Hey guys, how's it going? Hey Island. Hey Vivi. How's it going? Hey Tracy. Gotta fold this up so I can do it. This binder on this book won't let you write kind of close to it, so it's such a pain. How's everybody doing? I still have my face in this 2023 book. Updating notes for it. I keep trying to turn off my cell phone notifications, but it keeps going off. There we go. All fancy, maybe? Hey user, how's it going? What am I underlining? I am going through the book of the CPT book, and I am going through and underlining the do nots. These are real important because if you're going to take a medical coding certification exam, you will get a question that will have this code with something it shouldn't be coded with as a possible answer. And if you can remember to come down here and look underneath the codes when you're first looking at a question, then you can eliminate a possible answer and give yourself higher chances of getting the code correct. So I'm just going through here and updating the do nots. I like to use red because it's like a stoplight. So if I'm not able to use something, it's marked in red instead of seeing just a sea of black print. That's what I'm doing. I'm also going through and anything that is out of sequence, instead of having to look for a range of codes of where the code could be, I go on and write the page number and column number that it's on so that I can find it faster than having to look through a bunch of codes. So that's what I do with my reds. But I go through the entire book and do this for every code that has a do not. It's kind of like coloring and therapeutic. When it has a note that says you're supposed to use a code with another code or in a situation, then I green highlight it, like go, green for go, for use. So anytime it tells me to use a modifier, use x-ray, use anything, I update that with green. If a CPT code descriptor has anything in a parentheses, like e.g., upgrade the dual chamber system like that, I highlight it because more often than not, those words are the ones that are used on the question. This one's left ventricle, super helpful. Then we got a couple of more uses over here. We get to use that code with a bunch of other codes. This is just the start of prepping your book so that it is ready for your coding exam. It seems silly, but if you want to know how I passed without taking a course, without wanting to learn how to code at all, I just wanted to pass the exam, then this is how I did it. Coding will be different depending on every medical group or health plan that you work for because of contracts that they make with vendors like lab and hospitals, services and things. with the health plans, it's all different by health plan and by group number, so all the coding rules will be changed and different based off all that. You'll have to learn that on the job, which is just part of the job. And no one at all uses these books anymore in the office. You can get the full CPT code descriptor on EHRs. This book only prints partial verbiage from the complete CPT code descriptor. The complete descriptor is found in different books or in EHRs, and you definitely don't want to use inferior information when you're coding. So all this exercise is just to help you pass the exam. I also like to go through the book and mark anything that is atrial or arterial in red, especially in cardiology, and or if it's venous or ventricular, or if it's both. That's usually probably more than half of your issue in cardiology is to know, first off, is my procedure repairing something arterially or ventricularly, or both? And a lot of things can be eliminated if you just know that much. So I can go through here and find anything that says arterial, along with marking all my do nots, or if it's ventricular. Super handy dandy. Then we've got some do nots. Then we got some uses. Tonight we got some anatomy we can go over and musculoskeletal questions. We're going to practice those. Don't forget, if you have failed your certification exam, meaning your books are already 100% complete and ready to go, you've already taken your medical coding certification exam, you've already practiced all the practice certification exam questions, you've taken your certification exam and just can't pass, and you need more practice with additional questions and want to do tutoring with me, I do have Fridays open on Friday morning class, but it is a group class with the others that cannot pass either, that just need more practice. We're doing a group class on Fridays. If you cannot attend at that time, you can still pre-purchase and get access to the replay afterwards. What you should be doing for that class, even if you can't attend, is to watch me present you with the answers. Then you're going to pause the screen. You're going to go look up every one of the answers. You're going to go look up the differences. You're going to look for coding irregularities, coding similarities, and you're going to look up your headers and use that to eliminate some answers based off some word searches out of the question. Then you're going to release the video, let it show you the question, of course, so you can do that word search. You're going to get it down to just your answer. You're going to pause the video, and then you're going to come up with your own answer. And then you'll play the video again to see what answer I came up with, and go over what you might have done right or wrong, and that will help you out a whole bunch in preparing for the exam. Just be sure and don't book that Friday appointment if you are not book prepared. If you've never taken a medical coding certification final exam, either through a HEMA or AAPC, and you're just a newbie and want to get in there and say, how do I get started? That's not going to happen in that Friday class. But my other regular one-on-one tutoring is on Tuesdays that you can book, and that is also on my website. Everything's under medicalcodingbyjen.com. All my free info, links to my YouTube, links to study groups, links to tutoring, links to classes. It's all there. Just highlighting if there's anything in parentheses. Super helpful. Usually these words are in the questions. I've still got another YouTube video I got to post for replays of some lives, and I still have to email out what's been on the exam in the last 45 days document. Can do that as soon as we get off this live. I got it all done. I just got to go copy everybody's email addresses into an email. Sorry if I'm missing your messages. I hope everybody's doing really good. I've just been working away. I hope I got some mailing addresses. I got one mailing addresses of the prizes that we gave away on Friday. I want to make sure we get those mailed out this week, so be sure and send me, if you won the prizes, your mailing addresses if you want the prizes. If you don't want them, just let me know and I can re-give them out. We gave away a fanny pack, a computer tote bag thing, they're all AAPC stuff, AAPC mug, I don't know what all. Oh, the notebook, AAPC notebook, all that good stuff. Just need to get them all shipped out and off my desk. And I need to set up one-on-one tutoring with the person that won free tutoring. And I still need to sign up for our workshop. I do have a date. My oldest son for Christmas got me this glass. It's made out of glass calendar thing that we put up on my wall right here. So this will be our January workshop. It'll be January the 15th. So somebody won, I think 2 people won free workshops. So I need to get that posted and scheduled too. So that's pretty cool. I got like me a teacher writing board. That just comes off, so that's kind of handy dandy. But that thing is heavy because it's glass. Oh my gosh. It was a chore to hang up in the sheetrock, but we did it. We followed the instructions. That was sweet of him. Now I can write stuff on it so I don't forget. Go do that. Go do this. And I don't have to open up another document on a computer and write it in. I can just lean over and write on that glass. I think it'll be easier for me. We'll see. Ooh, 87 messages. I know I missed a ton. Hey, Anointed, good to see you. I forgot to say hello to you last night. I think I talked too much. My voice is scratchy today. I I did go live twice yesterday, once on YouTube that the YouTube paid subscription members get to see. It was book prep. I forgot what section. Was it muscles? I don't know. I forgot. But everybody got to watch it live, but then the replays are for them. And then I went live also on TikTok and did about an hour and 40 minutes on TikTok. Ended up with like 144 people on. It was great. We don't have that many on Monday, Wednesday, Fridays. I'll have to start thinking about going live on Sundays because the last 2 times I just impromptu got on, we ended up having a lot more people on the live, and it was fun. That was interesting. We'll see. Let me put away this one real quick while I grab my old one that I have done for musculoskeletal. I'm working on it. I'm trying to get this one done. I almost got respiratory done. I just got to do all the muscle anatomy in the front for musculoskeletal and finish, oh Lord, cardiology. Such a big chapter. Such a big chapter. Let me get my lappy top down. Let's just do a few anatomy ones real quick before we go to the new musculoskeletal ones that I have for tonight. We'll see about those. Ooh, I'm crooked. I'm crooked. Hey, Design. I'm glad you found me too. You could message me on Discord. Probably, yeah. I haven't checked my Discord messages. So that's probably where addresses are. If y'all are in Discord, I have not done those messages yet. I'm sorry, guys. I will. Discord's easy because my emails are set to auto reply that I'm overwhelmed and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. So that's on there until I get caught up. But if y'all are in Discord, it would be great. That would be awesome. If y'all are on TikTok, of course, y'all can message me on TikTok. I've got a few here that have messaged me, but I haven't checked them yet. Julia has, MD Weaver has, Jessie, Vanessa has. I know she won the cup, so maybe she sent me the address here, so that's okay. I just haven't checked the messages yet. I gotta catch those. But that's all. I'm not too far behind, but I've got a couple here that I haven't done yet. And how many? One messenger. That's my car guy who still has my car, by the way. I don't know if y'all know. It's been in the shop for a year. God, that's him messaging me today. Good Lord. Anyway, I don't have anybody there I'm missing a message from, but it looks like my other account... Yeah, medical coding. Probably have a ton I haven't done yet. Not too bad. Just the ones that are in the bright white I haven't done yet. So I've got to still do those. So working on it. Let me change stickers. Good. There we go. I'm going to set up my class through AAPC this year. Any suggestion for newbies? Yeah, don't buy that class. Just in case you wanted to know, that class does not teach you how to pass the medical coding certification exam from AAPC. I even have a TikTok video that is from the director of AAPC's education on my site here that will tell you and show you, and I probably can't get to it because I'm live on TikTok, but it's one of these down here that will tell you that the course is not meant to prepare you for the certification exam. That is something totally separate. So if that's what you're looking for, you're not going to find it there. But I've got her on video saying that somewhere, wherever it is. It's the one with the mic drop on it. But, I mean, the what's better than the course is their study guide. Their study guide is exactly what their course is. It'll save you $1,000. Their study guide is $100, maybe it's $200 now. This study guide, it's a workbook. If you want to just buy that for $200, their workbook, it's way better than any course, and it's great. It's a great study guide. From page 1 all the way to the end, it's everything that APC wants you to know that could be on the exam. From page 1 on, I don't know where I put the bottom part of that in. Oh, there it is. Oh, yep. Their official study guide is excellent. It's exactly what they have. This is page 1, the business of medicine. They're going to ask you, what does part A cover? What does part B cover? What does part C cover? What does part D cover? They tell you right there on page 1. There's not any pages in here that are just fluff and nothing that you don't need. It's all could be asked on the question in the exam. So there's their fraud and abuse part of it. And what key things does it include? So, I mean, this study guide is way better than the whole course. I guarantee you, you can ask people in this chat who have purchased the course if they felt it was worth their money, for sure. Your Bethany says the hospital gave me info about medical coding for SAHMS. I've worked from home since 2013, yes. I keep saying CCA when I mean CPC. That's okay. You feel 30% confident. You take your exam on Thursday. You're so nervous. Good luck. Yes, the exam is open book. I retake my exam on January 28th, but I have the 2022 books. AAPC study guide did not help. Help you, please. Oh, the course. Probably the course didn't help. The study guide's good. The workbook, I think it's up to $200 now. You find the study guide at the AAPC website. You can buy it from them. You can also buy it on Amazon, I'm sure. But everything's at the AAPC website. I have my pinned TickToks. Where do I start? Watch those. All the pinned TickToks. Those are where you start, okay? Super helpful. It's almost $300 now. I almost bought it today, but I ordered my books instead. If you have the 2022 books and you want them to be 2023 compliant, I have a document on my website. In the shop that you can go to medicalcodingbyjen.com. Under the shop, there's a document that says how to turn your 2022 book into a 2023. And it's that one right there. It's about the fourth one down. And you can purchase that, and it'll show you what pages to go write in the new codes at and which pages to go delete the old codes. And it'll be just like that. Plus, you'll get a picture of exactly what the code looks like in the new book. So in case you can't read my handwriting, you can copy from the other book. But I show you what page to go write the new codes in and what to write. So page by page throughout the entire CPT book. You want to be sure and at least do that one. I have the ICD-10 one coming and the HipPix one coming too. So if you're going to take your certification exam for AAPC starting or anytime after January 1st, you'll want to be sure and do that because there's a lot of changes to the E&M codes and you'll want to have those updates because there's updated times and stuff like that for some of the E&M codes. For this question, if we were going to complete the series for the passageway of airflow from the lungs to the nose to the trachea and bronchi, what's next? Just follow my instructions if you're going to take an AAPC. You do not need any course and you do not need any prerequisites to become a medical coder biller. Good job, guys. Good job. B is correct. There are two bronchioles and bronchioles. Bronchi and bronchioles. Two B's at the end of this series. So always remember the two B's. Which structure is the outer layer of the pleural? What's the outer layer? Oh gosh, class, yeah, those classes are so expensive and you're not going to be happy with it. Just get the study guide and follow me. You'll be just fine. The outer layer. Outer layer. Me too, Melissa. Thank you, Rose, for sharing the live. That's awesome. Thank you for the 3,000 likes. We've got A's and C's. Peri, what does peri mean? That does. It is peri. Peri means around. Don't forget your prefixes and suffixes. Good job. Let me get my thing here so I can separate that. All right. What does this word mean? I'm not going to try to pronounce it because I'm going to do just terrible. Join the Discord. Yep, it's super helpful. Tons of help. Hey, VV, no beating up yourself. No, no, no. Yeah, if you go to my website, medicalcodingbyjen.com, first drop-down menu is social media. You'll see all my social media groups. The real studying and the real info happens right here at Discord. You just hit join now and it throws you into our server. It is a free service. With tons of information. Discord was developed by gamers. They wanted a place where they could store info about video games without being tracked. So it's super helpful. These are all the rooms that I have available, and each one of the rooms has its own information in it. So if you just want to know about CPT codes, this is what that room is. You can go backwards and see all the info anybody has ever posted about any codes. Grab that info, put it in your book, all that kind of stuff. Super cool. But every single room has a specific meaning. We've got other certifications in here. Also, our main chat room is the one with Medical Coding by Jen, and that's just everybody. Everybody in there saying hello or whatever. Super helpful. This everybody saying Merry Christmas. Yeah, that's me and the boys saying Happy Holidays. So Discord is where it's at. That's where all the free info is at. You can find study buddies. You can get job resources for even after you pass, anatomy help, you name it. It's all in Discord. So go to the App Store, download Discord. It's a free, very safe app. I don't get any of your logon information. It won't do any of that. Then just go to my website. You don't have to join my website. Just click on the page that says social media and then go down here. My schedule's on here when I go live and teach for free, but also that's where you'll just hit the tap to join now, and that'll throw you into our server. This one right here, Anointed, my number one gifter. And TikTok subscriber, thank you for the support. Everybody saying A. Y'all have been with me too long, if you know the answer to that one. Which one of the following disorders causes paralysis of the facial nerve? Thank you, Jessie. Cannot be outdone. And V-Master. And Go-Kart. Good to see you, Go-Kart. Bell's palsy. Yes, indeed. What about, complete this one? Pulmonary aortic mitral valve and what's this one? Previous questions right there. It's not far. This one is tricuspid. Yep. I always say pass my test. P-A, my, and then test. Pass my test. That's how I remember that one. Let me push this one down. I think I'm near an end of a page. Yep. Which one of the terms means overload of sodium? Thank you, Nicole, for the share. Thank you, Pretty Eyes, for following. We're getting lots of different ones. Think about your periodic table that we learned in junior high that we don't know nowadays. Na. Na is for sodium. Where is my... I don't know where my little thingy is that covers up the answers. I gotta go find that one. So y'all can't see the answers. Let me get you down to one that does not have any answers. Listed on it. Gotta find my little blacky thing. All right. Which of the following histories suggest a child is not at high risk for ASD or any developmental problems? Oh, Sam. Mr. Lester, you look cute. I rolled over the top of my hoodie. For any medical coding certification exam, this is a hodgepodge of questions from COC, CPC, CCS, CCA, CIC, CPB, family practice, cardiology, thoracic surgery, you name it, CRC, CPMA, a ton of questions from all those certifications. So I just combine them and think, even if you do the toughest ones for tougher certificates, you'll be in the know. Because usually most people don't stop with one certification. If you're going to get a CPC, then you're going to go on and get your CRC or CPMA, whatever. This one is C. Good job, Rosa. Good job. Hey, Leah. Thanks for the follow. I hope I can help you out. All right. Which one of the symptoms here listed is not part of RSV? Reactive. We said C was correct, I think. Hey, Caitlin. Jessie says B. Babies always got diarrhea, don't they? But diarrhea is truly not a reason for RSV. Yep. Which of the following is a sign for RSV in infants? None of them sleep, no matter what anyway. None of them eat, and none of them poop a lot of times. Number one calls we always got was, my baby's not eating, my baby's not pooping, my baby's not sleeping. Like, welcome to motherhood. This one's just cough. Cough is the symptom of RSV. Which of the following is a possible symptom of colorectal cancer? I hope it's not increased appetite, because I'm in trouble. Possible symptom. A lot of people saying A and C. A, abdominal pain. Which of the following is an increased risk factor for having colorectal cancer? Is it age 40, underweight, low vitamin D, type 1 diabetes? $40? Nope. Nope. It is not D. It's not diabetes either. It's either A or B. Who just died of colorectal cancer? She's a Scientologist. The actor from Moonlighting, I think it was. Forgot her name. I should be shot because we have the same hair. Hers is browner than mine. But it's just from lack of not being outside, lack of vitamin D. Christy Alley, that's it. Yeah. She was not underweight either. So usually it's just a lack of vitamin D. If you have a good PCP, they are checking men and women across the board, 100%. Anybody anybody, even my 9-year-old has already been diagnosed with low vitamin D. So if you have not been told or had testing for vitamin D, then your pediatrician or primary care physician is not up with the times. They need to get up with the times. Be sure and ask for that test to be done. It's super easy. If your provider indicates an HFrEF, what does it stand for? Oops, I got to get you one more answer. Let me move it. Let me move it down to another page. I think we moved this one down to another page. There we go. We just had this one recently on a live. HF is heart failure. So it is not hypertension or heart free or heart fibrillation. Look for similarities too. You see 3 of them start with the word heart, but 1 doesn't. So you can actually get rid of that one right away. And then you just need to know, am I free, failure, or fibrillation? What would sound better for this? Heart free, do we ever hear that? No. So it'd either be heart failure or heart fibrillation. You can at least get yourself down to a 50-50 shot. And plus, all of this is all the same right there. The only difference is just the failure and the fibrillation. Looking for similarities will help you a whole lot during the exam. Please keep it down. Root words. Be sure you know your root words. Which one is a root word for lab and path? Super easy. It's in the question. It's path. Yep. Super, super easy. Oh gosh. Which one of these describes a corpus urete? Gonna put that there, and my phone is vibrating like something crazy. Nope. Okay, good. Making sure it's not Twinkle yelling at me for some reason. Is it an opening, an area, or includes, or the? You're right, it is a. Y'all know all the good words. There's the definitions of all of them, just in case you need it. All right, if you have a filtration rate of a 93, what stage of CKD are you at? 1, 2, 3, or 4? Thank you, Arian and Chrissy, for the follows. I hope I can help you out. Thank you for the 5,000 likes and the 15 shares. That's cool. Everybody say B. 93 is pretty good. That's just barely getting into CKD. So we're at stage 1. Don't forget, you can go to the beginning of Lab and Path. Let's see. And you can write in your, I'm going to flip your camera. You can write in all your CKD filtration rates. Anything greater than 90 is 1. 60 to 89 is stage 2. 30 to 59 is stage 3. 15 to 29 is stage 4. Stage 5 is 0 to 14. Just a simple little chart down there will help you out if you see a question like this during the exam. Then you can just run to it, and I just write it on the very beginning of lab and path right there. Hey Giggles, good to see you. Just Talking, I like these new names. Kristen, Mark. All right, let's go to my musculoskeletal. I got lots of new questions here. It's so fun to write these up. So we're going to look at the answers first. If you're going to take a medical coding exam, you want to, no matter what, it really doesn't matter what exam you're taking, the best way to go about answering it nowadays is to go to the answers first. You know you've reviewed some material recently on some subjects, and you want to go to the answers first because it's a more efficient way of answering questions. So if we go to 206.50, what do we get? We get an insertion. Get an insertion. Our 70 is a removal. Somebody wants to do a battle. Our 80 is the child code underneath 70, so it's everything that 70 is, but it goes deeper into probably muscle. And then our 94 is also a removal, but it's under a different header, which is our multiplane. Yeah. Instead of uniplane, it's multi. So, Queen, what I'm doing is looking at the answers to a practice medical coding certification exam. What I have over here is our medical coding certification book, and I'm going to each code, like that 206.94, looking up my one-word differences and putting them right beside the answer so that when I go back to the question, I can skim the question to see if I am doing an insertion or a removal is my first thing to clear, because 3 of them are removals where one of them is an insertion, and I can eliminate it pretty quickly if I figure out if I'm doing a removal. And there's my question. So what I'm doing is trying to teach y'all how to pass a medical coding certification exam without taking a course. So we do see we're doing a removal, so I would get rid of the 50. The difference between these 3 removals now is the next thing I need to look up. My 70 is superficial. My 80 is deep. So I just need to look for terms in this question that would mean that I went deeper than subcutaneously. So I am just looking to see what we did. How far did we go down? How far did we go down? Lateral side of the foot, dorsal side of the foot. The incision was made down, blunt dissection, deep. We do have a word deep, which is in our CPT code descriptor of 80. So if I look over here, The difference between my 70 and 80 codes is whether it's superficial or deep. And they put that exact word right there, so you know you're going to be deep. Super easy. That way I only had to read 2 words out of the question and not all of the question. When you only have 2 minutes per question, you need to get through them really quickly. Do have some rationale that goes with this one, but not really needed when we just were able to match up some words. Ooh, our next one. So we're just going to look at the answers first. We have 2 of them that end in the number 52, and then 2 of them that end in the number 53. So I'm going to go look at my differences on those codes to see how I can eliminate it down to just a 50-50 shot answer. So 205, 205, 52, and 53. So it's just 1 to 2 muscles, or 3 to 4, or more, 3 or more, 3 or more. That's our only differences. So we just have to count muscles in our question. They may tell us specifically how many there are by typing out a number or writing out a number, or they may just describe muscles and we'll have to underline how many there are. So all I'm looking for are words that might mean, or looking for a number that might tell me how many muscles we did. So I see greater. A lot of muscles are called greater, this, or... So I see 1 muscle here. I see another muscle here. If we find another muscle named, like here, then we automatically know we've already gotten into the 3 to 4 range. So I wouldn't bother anymore with worrying about it. I just get rid of the 92s because we know we're over 2 muscles anyway. You know it's going to be a 3. Then we just need to know our guidelines for this code. Is it an each? Do we have each in the descriptor and we times this one? Or would we add another code with it? So if we look at our 2553, it won't have the word each in it, but its mama code might, if it was going to be an each, but it doesn't. And it's absolutely nothing that we would times. So we know our answer is going to be B, just based off of knowing how we bill and do our codes right away. So that's easy. Easy peasy. We don't do any timeses. You don't have to check and see what the second code is. There's just no way it would be any other answer. So during the exam, you can just pick it and move on. Oh, no, it's already been used. It's okay. My favorite subject right here, absolutely. 298. I love these little boogers. They're so painful to do most of the time because they're the same CPT code descriptor, except for one says both, one says one side. So one says and, one says or. But other than that, they're the same descriptors. So you just have to figure out, are you doing one side or the other? Also, this one starts out with two codes with the same answer. We've got two of them with the 81 right there. And then we have one oddball that ends in 80 and then another one that ends in 82. So I would look really hard at those two 81s and see if we did this. Our 81 is an OR, means that the menectomy was done on one side. So what I'm going to look for in this question is just that word of the menectomy. So right here is where that word is. What happens right before it or after it is the issue. And do not ever look for the word partial or complete, because that one will only get you in trouble in this particular area. But what does it say right before the menectomy? It says medial. And we can definitely see that we're only doing the medial side. We're not doing the lateral side. When we do talk about lateral over here, it's not talking about doing a repair over there. So we're definitely going to keep our 81s. Then we just have to look up our differences between the 79 and the 85. 85 has a graft, and 79 is picking and drilling. And we can see that we did picking and drillings right here. There's no mention of a iliac. They often use the iliac or a graft of any sort. So we know we didn't do D. So we can do B. Let me move this one down. I'm going to see if you guys can get this one correct without my help. We have a difference. We have two 80s, and then we have two that are 81s. You have to decide, did you do a repair on both sides, or did you just do it on one side? And that really should be all that you need to answer this question, is what's on the screen. What do you think? What you think? Y'all are sticking with the 81s? Look for the word menectomy. So we did it medially. So that is an OR, right? We're going to keep our 81s. Then it's just a difference between your two diagnosis codes, a 221 or a 211. And your diagnosis is right here. Sorry, guys. Answering a text about Travis. He's out gallivanting. C is correct. Good job. Modifier 1. What about this modifier? Are we doing a 52, 53, or 54 with this procedure? What do you think? Thank you for the 8,000 likes and the 23 shares. Oh my, that's awesome. And we got to set a new goal. Oh my gosh, I'm so bad. Here we go. I just set whatever. Look at the flowers. Those are pretty. That's the first time I've ever seen those. Thank you, Jessie. I found out today that if you buy gifts when you're on TikTok on your desktop, laptop, like here, like on your computer, I don't know if it's going to come up. Yes. Then gifts are right now 30% cheaper there than they are if you buy them in the app on your cell phone, which is crazy. There's a 30% discount if you just log on to your desktop TikTok. I don't know why, but just so you know, you can get 30% more for your buck. Oh, thank you for the paper crane. Oh, look at the hot dog. That is cute. Y'all know, thank you, Stacy. That stays with you guys. Everybody saying C? C is correct. It is 53. Good job. I think I've done this one. Let's see. Are we an 80? It's down twice for this one. 80 is our and, so it's both sides. Let's see. We've got menectomy. Don't look at the word partial. Where did we do it? We did it medially. Then we had another menectomy, and we did it laterally. So yes, that one is an and, so it is 80. So get rid of the 81, get rid of the 76. Then we just need to know, did we also do the 75? The 75 is that nerve word, S-Y-N. Did we take care of the nerves too? Yes, we did. We did do it. So then our answer is A. See how easy I do it? But I make it look easy. But the key point is look for this word every time. Do not count the word partial. Only look for the words medial near it or lateral near it. That will tell you if you did both, then you're an 80. If you don't have a medial and a lateral, and this word mentioned twice, then you only did a partial, which will be an 81. All right, another one. You guys are going to do this one by yourself. So we got two 80s, which is our and, both sides. So you better see menectomy and menectomy twice, or the other twos are right there. So let's see. There we go. Did we do both sides on this one? Hey, MK. Good to see you. We got tutoring in the morning, I think, girl. It's okay. I haven't been doing anything but review questions you've seen before. The new ones are starting up right now. Yes, Discord study group is free. My 2-hour teachings, 6 hours a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, is all free. Facebook study group is all free. Although if you join that, you can't see any of the previous stuff that's posted in there, and I don't post much in there anymore other than I post who's passed. If I have new people that passed their certification, I send you notice in the Facebook thing that says they passed. Other than that, everything is posted in Discord. It's all 100% free. I teach for free. So what we got? Y'all are saying so for this question, we got menectomy. Of the lateral compartment, and then what that said additionally, so and right there, and this one is medial. We got a medial menectomy was performed with shaving, and then we also have a lateral compartment repair. So it is an and. Our similarities do work. Then we just need to know, are we a 4-5 or are we a 2-5? Diagnosis code-wise. And it'll probably come down to knowing your laterals or posteriors for those two diagnoses. Y'all are saying D. D is correct. Good job. Perfect. All right. 27, whoops, sorry, touching stuff. 2722. We've got two of them that are the 2-2s, and then we've got two of them that end in 2-7. So I'm going to go to the 2-2-2s first. 2-7-2. 2-2-2. That's a child code, so we can't look at anything about it at all, other than we can go up to its mama code and say that this is a closed procedure, is what I'd want to clear first. What is our 227? It is an open procedure. So clear your headers before your descriptors. We're not worrying about none of that stuff that's in the CPT code descriptor. We just need to know our headers. Is this an open procedure or a closed procedure? How did we do this? Did we cut into somebody, or are we sticking some cameras in them? We do have an incision was made along an old scar, and we dissected down into the iliac wing. That sounds like an open procedure to me, right? That would help you to get rid and get yourself down to just two answers. Then the only difference is the 18 and the 17. So 2-7-2, 17 and 18, what are those two differences? They're both unilateral. They're both open procedures. One of them is for the pelvic bone. No, the other one's pelvic bone too. What is it? What is it? It's ilium. Okay, yeah, that's right. It is pubis. What's in the parentheses? Are we doing the pubic area, or are we doing the same side lateral ilium? Same side, or are we doing the pubis area? You see what's in the parentheses? Those two parentheses differences are the difference. Pubic symphysis, good gracious, or ipsilateral, which means same lateral ilium. Those are the differences between those CPT codes. That's it. That helps you figure out your differences right away without having to read all this other mess. So what are y'all saying? Are we doing RB or D? Yes. And I can point it out to you probably better in, let me get out my 2023 book real quick. So I just made some little notes on this one. 27222. Okay. When you're starting out this question, you got the part about there's 2 of them that end in 222 and then 2 of them that end in 27. And if we look at our book, Code Descriptors, let's see if I can show you here. So 222 is on the other page. Our 222 is a child code right there. And we can't do anything with it. If you ever show up and you're at a child code, you can't do anything with that. And AAPC is trying to test you to see if you understand you can't do nothing with that code because it's indented over. That means it's a child code. You have to go find its mama to tell what 222 is. So that's why I say you got to go over here to mama. And this is mama because she's not indented. There is a document on my website. If by chance you don't know the differences between the mama and child codes, you do have to join my website, but it's free. Just go to members only, go to the CPT book prep page. At the very bottom, I have the relationship between mama and child code explained to you. It's also explained to you in the very front of this book where it says the instructions on how to use the CPT book. It's explained there too, but if you want my explanation, it's right here. You can print it, screenshot it, whatever you want to do, but it's all on my website for free. We come to mama code and we find that 222 will be a closed procedure. A lot of your problems or issues with anything in musculoskeletal will just be cleared up a lot of the times whether your procedure is opened and closed. Open means I cut you open and I'm looking at the insides of your body with my eyeballs. Closed procedure means I'm sticking 2 cameras into your body and I'm fixing you with 2 cameras, and the tippy top of my cameras that I stuck in you are what I'm using to visualize and fix you. Or I'm just popping a bone back into place by manually pushing it. So 222 is closed procedure. Then we go to our 227 and we see that it's a mama code, but it is open. So we just check our question to see if we're doing a surgery where we would be cutting you open with a scalpel and looking with our eyeballs. So we just look for words that mean open, which are words like incision and dissection. Those all mean that we cut you open and we're looking at your bones and stuff with our eyeballs. So we can get rid of 222. Easy. And we've got the first code done. We know we're in 227. Now we just have to decide whether we're a 17 or an 18. Or we can go to the diagnosis codes and we can look up our 14 and 35 and see what our differences are there. It's up to you, whatever you want to do, but since we're already here, the difference between our 17 and 18 are right here. 17 is anterior 18 is posterior. So just figuring out that will absolutely help out with this question 100%. And also figuring out the other thing that could help out is knowing if we're ISP lateral. IPSI means same lateral, same side as lateral, or we could go to the pubic sim physics to figure it out if anterior and posterior are not noted, which are differences too. So, do we find out if we're anterior is right there? So that's handy. Anterior is 17, right? Is that the one that we fixed, or is that 18? 17? Yeah. Anterior. And did we do pubic? We did pubic ilium, not pubic bone. You're welcome. You're welcome. Happy to help. Happy to help. This one's fun to do. I like it. All right, we're gonna get down here to our, we got 3 of them that start out with the 13. So I'd run to that code and just see if we don't need or don't have to include radiology with this code, then we know our answer is going to be C without even looking at one word of the question. So these are fun when they ask us about adding a 7000 code to any other code, because a lot of times you don't have to. So 22513, where is that code? 22513. Still trying to get there. 22513 is 22513 is percutaneous. That means it goes through the skin, which I should have it marked. I don't have it marked yet. The straight line underneath it. So is this one percutaneous? Through the skin, including cavity creation, including cliptoplasty, includes all imaging guidance. Oh my, y'all can't even see it, sorry. This is the 22513. And as you're going through the descriptor, it's percutaneous. It includes a cliptoplasty. That just means they're like removing bone spurs and crap. But it also says includes all imaging guidance. If a code is actually telling me that it includes imaging guidance, I always underline it in blue, and that lets me know that I don't need any other radiology. I also underline anything in blue that tells me it's okay to use a modifier or not, and then my do nots are in red. And then my use this code with that code are in green. But this one already includes all radiology. So, knowing the process of looking at similarities, I don't know if I could, yeah, that one right there. Knowing that this code includes all radiology, we know we can't add any 7000s to it. So that automatically gets rid of everything here. And you know your answer is going to be C without reading a word on the question at all. Y'all can read it if you want to, but I wouldn't. I just pick C and move on. Yep. Because C is an answer. This one's just a difference in modifiers. You can do it the CPT code route, but if your modifiers are different, they're sometimes easier because the modifiers are in the front of your CPT book cover. And a lot of times it's easier. We do have 2 of them that are 77. 77 is a repeat procedure. 78 is an unplanned. And 76 is a repeat procedure also. But it's same physician. 77 is by different physician. So let's just check it out. Thank you, love lady. Thank you for the 2023s. You're awesome. Let's see. We do have a repeat, but by a different physician. So that is going to be your 77s. So we can get rid of those two. Now you just need to decide, are you a 67 or a 62? So go look up your differences real quick. 277. Before you worry about messing with that question. Remember, the questions are full of propaganda. You want to try your best to avoid reading any of it at all, if you can. It's the best way to handle exam questions nowadays. 62 is a child code. You know you can't do anything with 62, right? You can't. You have to go find its mama. Its mama. 62 is right here. Can't do anything to it because it's indented. Got to go up here. This is a closed procedure. And then what's our 67? 67 somewhere else? 67 is also a closed. So they're both closed, so that's unhelpful. But it's the first thing I would do is to at least look for that stuff before I did anything else. 62 is nothing without its mama. This is a treatment of a medial malleus fracture. Our 67 is what kind of fracture? A posterior malleus fracture. Are we posterior or are we medial? That's the only difference. So we're just going to check our question for medial or posterior. Just for those types of words. And we have it right there as medial. And that was with our 62. But you wouldn't know it if you only looked at the CPT code descriptor for 62 because it doesn't have that one word difference in it at all. That's in mama code. That's all they're testing you is to figure out if you know the difference between not looking at the 62 because it's a child and only looking at the mama. Mama's medial. The other one, the 67, is posterior. Malleus, whatever. Know how to use the book is what they're trying to differentiate and see if you understand and know. D. D, 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 D. No, I'm not the best. Y'all are the best. Y'all make it fun and interesting and exciting. Y'all are helping out this old lady feel like she's useful, for sure. All right. Let's go check out all these 2, 3, 5 20s. Start out with the 20. 2, 3, 5. 2, 3, 5. Thank you, Dee. You're awesome. Y'all already did the paper cranes too? Gosh, dog. Don't forget, I've got 18 subscribers now on TikTok. Y'all get in for prizes on Fridays. If y'all are subscribers to here or the YouTube channel too. So y'all be put in for drawings on Friday. Thank you for the roses, miss. You're awesome. All right. 2, 3, 5. I'm getting distracted here. I'm looking at the TikTok screen. 2, 3, 5, 20. 2, 3, 5, 20. Up at the top. 2, 3, 5 is 20 is a mama code, and it is closed. 30 is an open procedure. 25 is also closed. Is there an 05 around here? Yep. And it's a child code, and you can't tell nothing about what it is unless you go up to the 00, which is the mama code, and it says it's closed. So most likely our procedure is going to be closed, but if it is open procedure, then we know what the answer is because there's only one. But let's go check it out and see if we're just popping crap into... Why? Oh, that's why, because I made it so big. See if we are doing anything about cutting anybody open. We didn't cut nobody open. We're just popping back into place. So it is a closed procedure. So we're going to get rid of B. So now we still got to go find our differences between our 20, 25, and 00. Our 00 is clavicle fracture. Our 25 is sternoclavicle fracture. And was there anything else? The 20. Nope, that's it. That's all I needed to know. Are we sternoclavicle or regular clavicle? And what they repaired was sternoclavicle. So we can get rid of D. We know we're going to be one of these. And the differences between those two is just simply with manipulation or without. The same word that means manipulation is reduction. Reduction is our AKA for the word manipulation. So another helpful tip is to take where it says 20 and 25, where it says manipulation, you could write AKA reduction next to it so that you know that that means the same thing. I also got rid of the word manipulation, which was right beside the 20 code because it says without right there. That's handy when it's not in the CPT code. I don't know why they write it in there anyway and just tell you it doesn't have it in it, which is stupid. Just leave that off. Don't put it there and then put that there. Anyway, so I put one line through it when it doesn't have it in it. So put reduction right beside there and that'll help you out. And you can see how they tried to put clavicle up at the top of the question to make you pick the 00 code. If you look at the 23500 code, it says it's clavicular. It's really close to clavicle, but this is what the history of the patient, which you don't need. What you are coding is what your doctors did today. They restored the sternoclavicle, and that's more important than any of this propaganda up here in the front. So stay away from it and look for what the doctor did today, because we don't care about their history at all. We're not coding a history right here. We're not coding anything. We're just picking out the correct answer anyway. Yeah, we're not coding. We don't have to code, which is handy dandy. All those classes and coding courses, you're not coder when you're taking this exam. It's already coded for you. You just have to learn how to take an exam by taking the human nature out of yourself by going to the answers first, looking up the answer differences, and only searching the question for just those differences. If you do that, you can pass this exam without knowing anything medical at all or coding related at all. 25. Because we had that reduction. Here we go. We've got two of them that are super close as the 60 and 65, and then we do have two that are 200 and 206. But I'd probably go to these two first and just see. 230. Thank you for the 11,000 likes and the 31 shares of the live. Y'all are awesome. Still have our average bunch of about 83 on. That's great. 230-66-230. Where am I at? 230. Y'all got to be faster than me getting at these codes too. If you've got a book, try to flip and find codes as fast as I do. Make notes like I do, or while we're doing the live. It's super handy dandy. 65 is our mama code, which is a biopsy. And it's superficial, and this one is deep. Are we doing a biopsy today? Let's check out our question and see. We can see in our third sentence we are doing a biopsy. And would a muscle be superficial or deep? That's all you need to know. It's just those two words right there to answer this question. What would mess you up? Oh, reading the history. Yeah, probably reading the history. Yep. We are going to be deep. We are dissecting down into the muscle and tearing it up into a couple of pieces. That's going to be deep. Going to be deep all day long. Super easy. Take that answer and run. Don't overthink these. Don't think that you've got to know a ton about these procedures or codes. Don't overthink it. Take it. What do I need to eliminate? Open, closed, superficial, deep. Make it as simple as you can on yourself. And seriously, don't overthink these. All right, we've got 2 that are in the 100s. And then 2 that are in the 120s, I guess. Probably the 120s, huh? Let's go to 28120. 28120, because I like those 2 are closer. 28120. We got a partial excision. And then our 22 is a child code right underneath it. So our differences are going to be, since they're mama and child, we don't need the header. We just need to know the differences between mama and child. The differences between mama and child is this is the tarsus and the calc whatever bones. And then the 22 is the tarsus to the metatarsus. So are we meta or cal? Are we meta or cal? What did we do? Meta. We're meta. Are we meta? We're meta. Yep. Don't overthink it. Don't overthink it. That's all there is. They both had tarsal in it. One of them had metatarsal. One of them had the cow word. That's all there is to it. Pick your answer and move on. Don't overthink these. Just make it easy. It is easier than you think it is. Y'all are stressing yourselves out, thinking you got to know a million little things, and these are the super tough questions. 87 is down a whole bunch. We need to know, would we times it or would we add another code to it? Let's go check it out. 26587. 265. Who passed? Who passed? You're welcome for the tips. Absolutely. Words on Central. Good job. Did you self-study? Did you take a course? What did you do? Congratulations. What helped you out the most? It's words on Central. Okay, 26587. 26587. It's a reconstruction. You took a course, but you think your tips had helped. That's awesome. Would you do the course again if you knew I was around? $26587 is a reconstruction of a digit, soft tissue to bone. It doesn't have the word each in it, so I know that 2 of the answers I could get rid of because anything with the times we wouldn't do. If we could times it, it would have the word each in it. That's why I go in here and I circle all the times they put each in it. Sometimes it's at the beginning of the word, sometimes it's at the end of the sentence. You never know. Some of them don't have it at all. If they don't have it, you can't times it. But if they do have the word each in it, then you can times it. This is our code that we have in 3 of our answers, and there's no each in it. So we know we can't times it. So when we come back over here, even without looking at any of the question, we know we can get rid of that times right there. At least that one. I don't know about the 26951. You absolutely would not. Anointed said, nope, I just watch your lives. See? That's awesome. That's great. And these lives are free 3 days a week, guys. You don't have to spend a lot of money. Just hang with me. You'll get the hang of this. So we need to know, are we doing an integumentary procedure with this one? Or would we also be doing a 26951, which is in the musculoskeletal section? So let's check out our question. So we obviously did 2 procedures since we don't have the times. So our first procedure, what did we do? The surgeon removes 1 extra digit containing soft tissue only with a simple excision. Where are simple excisions done at? Are they done in musculoskeletal or are they done in integumentary? You guys know that. My old timers do anyway. You bought the study guide from COSC and it was nothing like the test. Oh gosh. I haven't bought the COSC study guide. I do have the one for CPMA. I might have the one for CRC, I believe, and CIC and COC, but I have not looked at that one yet. So yes, simple excisions are done in integumentary. Yep. The other one required a bone being removed. So that's why the first code is in musculoskeletal, and then the second one is just a simple excision. So yes, C is your answer. Yep. Don't overthink these. just take it code by code and, eliminate what you can and keep what you can. Let's see. We're going to look at these. Just looking at these codes, we've got 2 in the 5s. Those two are most similar. And then we've got 1 in the 20s and then 1 in the 10s. So I'd start out with the 2 5s. 2, 6, 9, 5. 2, 6, 9. It's real confusing at the beginning. Just don't give up, because what I'm teaching here will take you a little bit of time to realize what's going on, but it's okay. Hang in there. 2, 6, 9, 5, 2, and 5, 1. They're mama and child ones. The only difference between those is 51 is a direct closure. Woo, that's a fat marker. And our 52 is a flap. Did we do a flap or did we do a direct closure? Is all we've got to figure out. That's the only differences between those two codes. So we'll just check out our question. Did we do a flap or did we do a direct closure? Direct closure, right there. So you know your answer is B. Easy peasy. This is my free course. I don't have like a do-it-your-own pace kind of course. I teach for free 3 nights a week, live, interactive. So you can bring your books, you can update them. I train you on what to write for all the codes, what to fix throughout your entire book. I show you what your differences are. Like those 2 codes we just did, you should be writing in there 269, where is it? 269, 5, 5, 1 and 5, 2. Your differences between these codes is a direct closure, and then this one is a flap. Things like that will help you out. Just put those words right there. You'll know next time those are your 2 differences, and you can just grab those and run and pick your answers. Now, the repeats of these lives are posted on YouTube. You can go back and watch and pause the screen and try to find the codes, because you're going to be slower at first at finding codes, and then you can release the video and then keep going again. But if you just go to my website at medicalcodingbyjen.com, you'll find the social media tab, which I'm on right now, and you can find the YouTube page by just clicking right there. Subscription people, subscribers who are members, get extra videos. They get all the live replays where you get to watch me do book prep one-on-one with the codes. They get those. They also get the 2023 book prep, the ICD-10 book prep. They get all the workshops replays right there. But if you're just a member of YouTube, unpaid, you get the CPC exam tips. There's 63 of those, and there's almost 200 of these replay 2-hour-long videos that you can pause and stop and make notes and all that kind of stuff. Those are all there, but that's what's going on. You can go to my website and find the YouTube there. The other thing that's really good is our study group, which is completely free, and you can join that Discord study group where we have all these practice rooms with practice questions, and any kind of, even job assistance for after you pass. Just tons of help in all these rooms. There's our ICD-10 practice room, questions and answers. All kinds of stuff, all kinds of help. And everything's free over there. The only thing I charge for is page by page copies of my notes if you want them, or Sundays or Friday classes or one-on-one tutoring. That's all. I still have 2 hours free on Friday evenings. My schedule is posted on that same page down here at the bottom, where I've got the schedule where the free streams are with the interactive teaching. But I just have a couple of classes on every Friday morning for repeat people that can't pass the exam. They've already got their book prepped, ready to go. They've already tried to attempt their certification exam, but they haven't passed yet. I have a Friday morning class for them, which is $5. Sundays, I do once a month. It's a 3-hour class, which is $10 that everybody can join in on. It's on Zoom, and you get those replays too, which is really nice. And it's more professionally, I guess, put together a little bit, meaning that I don't do a lot of visiting. We just go question to question. What do y'all want to do for January's? I've already got a date set, by the way. January 15th for our first workshop of the year. The last one I did in December was E&M, and I did like 83 questions in E&M, and I even did some ones for 2023. But what do we want to do? Do we want to do integumentary, musculoskeletal, cardio, radiology, urology? I don't know. Lab and path, medicine. But I need to pick one. Anybody have any suggestions? I do AMA. I do a HEMA and CPC, NHA, radiology, medicine, lab and path. Yeah. I need to have a poll. Radiology scores have been going down. I don't know why. Medicine, lab and path, integumentary. Thinking about changes in our system, we do have new radiology codes for 2023. We have new hernia codes for 2023, and we have new vaccines. But other than that, 10 minutes more. Okay. All right, Twinkle. All right. Let's see. Get this sucker up. Let's see about these codes. We've got 2 that are 40 and 60 that are close, and then we've got 2 that are in the 30s. Let's do these 30s. So 282, 32, and that's a child code. Am I right? 28232. Yep. That is an open procedure. Our 34 is its own mama code, but it's also open, so we don't have to clear those. They're both open, so we can get rid of that. Our differences are tendons versus extensors, right? 34 can be times, by the way. It has an each in it. Foot and toe, foot or toe. That's a single toe tendon. Are we doing flexor? 32 is flexor. Ooh, can I not write? I can't write. Flexor. And this is extender. Flexor or extender is our differences. So what are we doing? flexor. I see it too. Well, there's no real like timeline. The biggest thing is prepping your CPT book. That will take the longest. See how easy that is? All you got to do is know your differences between your codes. So you've got to first prep the entire CPT book. That means going through every page and fixing a ton of out-of-code sequences. You need to figure out what the difference is between your mama and child codes. You need to go through here and find all the codes that start off with the same descriptors and have them marked. You need to add your anatomy to your anatomy pages, including your prefixes, suffixes, functions of each body part. This is what takes the longest, is prepping your codes, knowing what the difference is when they both say biopsy, biopsy, of pancreas. Well, what's the difference? This is an open biopsy. This one is a percutaneous, which means through the skin biopsy. We didn't open the person up. We went through the skin and did a biopsy. This is a scalpel. I could see into your body, and we did that. So knowing those differences when they start out with the same wording is key. And whatever you need to write in front of it to help you to know to grab it ahead of time and go through your questions is the major part. Prepping this book is what takes the longest, especially fixing all those out-of-code sequences ones. All that nightmarish mess right here, just writing a page number down where the codes are located, because you don't want to come through here and look for a range of codes and try to go find them when this is answer A, B, C, or D, and two of them are on one page, two of them are on another page, and it gets aggravating. But book prep is the major thing, and then you practice practice questions. And those practice questions are on the AAPC website or in a HEMA books, depending on which certification you're getting. And you need to practice them until you're getting scores on them in the high 80s, I think. I don't think just getting a 70 is going to do it. You need to practice exam questions A, B, C, D, E, and F, and that's 50 questions each bundle. So that's 300 questions. When your book is all prepped, you are watching my lives, and you're doing these questions with me, and you're getting 90% of them correct. You're only missing just a few of the anatomy and a few of the coding ones. As you're doing them with me, and you've already done all of the practice questions you bought, then you're good. And it just depends on how long it takes you to do that. So, let's see, if I go to the AAPC website, if I can get there. Oh, I'm in Codify, that's why. You want to go, and you want to go purchase. And this is where they're at when you do purchase them. They're going to be in your AAPC account. I don't want to go to my CEUs. I want to go to my purchases. And you want to go to your items. You want to purchase all of these boogers right here. A, B, C, D, E, and F. And you want to be able to go in here and you want to start this. There's going to be 50 questions here. And you're going to want to go straight to the answers. And you're going to know this has a wire with it and this is not. Did we do an excision with a wire or not? If you know that difference just by looking at the numbers, then you're ready for the exam. So this one, did we use a wire? Was there any other? thing. Did they use it? Subcutaneous tissue. Was it already marked? They're going to use the beam coagulator, but no marker, right? We go down here. We know our 16s are cancerous. So how many lesions did we remove? We did one big one right there. Basal cell carcinoma of the arm, we did 8. And it's only one code. So we know our answer is that. We're not going to add anything else. This one right here, our differences are probably subcutaneous or musculoskeletal, which is most of them in this area, in musculoskeletal. You'd be thinking about, did I go to muscle? Did I go to tissue? That kind of stuff. You just want to be able to go through these and be able to see some sort of similarities. These are just the differences. Do we do a reduced or 52 in anything cardiology? The decision was made to stop the procedure. That's cool. We know our thing is probably that. Anything that right here, if that's a DDD, then you know it's the 08, right? Did we do a DDD? Did we do a DDD? D, dual chamber, yeah, pacemaker. And we did atrial and ventricular. Yeah, we know. Yep. If you can go through here and do those pretty quickly and you're getting 100%, then you're good to go. Right here, what have we got in on these? We've got consultation, inpatient hospital, subsequent hospital, inpatient hospital, observation. What was our patient? Our patient was not there for 3 days. They were orientated. They've been there for the last 3 days. You know their subsequent hospital. That's all you need for that one. Are they in the ER? No one's ever in the ER, even though it says ER, ER, ER. No one's ever in the ER. So you know it's a consultation. Was there a decision for surgery? Yep. So you know they made the thing for the decision for surgery modifier. Was that 57? You know, it's 57 or 32. 32 is mandated service, so yeah, it's 57. So that goes right there. Oh, this is going to be our baby. We got a 28-weeker. Did we do resuscitation in the birthing room? If we did it in the birthing room, we do get to bill this stuff. If we didn't do it in the birthing room, then we don't get to bill it. Where were they when they did the umbilical cord line? Later, they moved the baby from the delivery room and admitted them to NICU. So we do get to bill for this crap. So we know our answer is going to be D because we don't bill the 68 with the 64 and the 65. That's just way too many CPT codes. So you know that's it. Things like that. You can just look at them and you know what's going on in those CPT codes. Do we normally times 2? We do if there's twins. Do we have twins? We do have twins, so it might be that one. Things like that. If we're doing repeat labs, 91 is our good modifier for labs, so we wouldn't use 76 and we wouldn't do the times 3 because we have to use our 91, so you know it's one of these two. And if they ordered 2 tests, this is 1 test and that is 1 test. This is 1 test, but this is 1 test, but they ordered 1 test 3 times, or they ordered 1 test 1 time. They ordered 2 tests 3 times, then you know this one's the answer. Anyway, you want to be able to go through these and know them. Know what's going on in the chart. You don't have to hit grade after you complete all 550 of them. You can just do them just willy-nilly, however you want to. Get them wrong on purpose. Find out why they're wrong. Get your rationale. and go to each answer and find out why the answer is wrong. It's because of this lesion that we removed. You know you're going to use your big one. We're going to do our 32. Then you can just hit grade again. Nobody's going to keep score on these. You need to practice these over and over and over again. Find out why you got them wrong. Make notes on what the differences are and why you would get them wrong. Super handy dandy. Didn't even mark any answers. We know our DDD, arterial and ventricular. Super handy dandy. Getting into cardiology. Yeah, we got our office visits and our babies. All correct. We know our twins are ×2. No, they're not. They didn't do the twins ×2. What did they do, the twins? Oh, they're included in the one code. It does multiple babies all in the one code. That's right. Check of the book would have made sure about that. But when we do the growth and the length of the babies, it's always the ×2, I think. And then just the heart rate and position is just the one code because it includes multiple babies. Yeah, and that's all we were doing was heart rate and position. But when we're doing the growth plates and all that stuff, a full ultrasound, it is the ×2. There's our, yeah. You want to know, you want to be able to eliminate things that you know are coding irregularities, even if I don't know what the code descriptors are, but just looking at this, I know that 76 isn't used here. If I was doing repeat labs, we would use our 91s. That kind of stuff is so helpful just to know right off the top of your head to get you down. You know you won't be using left and right for parts of the heart. You're going to use the LD and RC for the chambers and descending aortas. So you know A goes right out the door. That is super handy dandy to know. Yep. And then your anatomy. You want to prep your stuff for that. But it just depends on how long it takes you to get through all those practice questions, to know enough about each sections, to know what would be a coding irregularity, what isn't, what looks like similarities, so that you can get this down to just the bare minimum. Would you ×2 this code or would you not? It's at the same answers written down twice. There's a reason. They want to know, do you know? Would I times that or not? Probably not. And then add a 59 to the second one? Don't know. Weird. It all depends. You could probably be ready in 3 months, but the biggest deal is getting done with all the book prep. And I have all the steps for how to do the book prep on my website, all for free. So all you got to do is go to members only, go to CPT book prep. I have pictures of my notes. You just click on it and it'll give you the instructions on what to do. Start out with your book prep. Keep watching the lives. I'll go through all these practice questions, tell you what you should know ahead of time. These kind of rules and things that I've been saying, y'all can write in your book, because you do have an open book exam, will help out. Don't forget to use your right and left mods here when you're doing feet and toes. That kind of helpful information above your codes is so helpful. What else did I write up here today that I thought was really cool? Don't forget about your fingers and toes modifiers when it's just the T1s or T2s, or when you're in the ears, they have their own little modifiers. Any little thing that I say that, don't forget your digit modifiers, T1, T2, those modifiers are all listed in the front of your book too, right here. You've got all your little modifiers all listed here. There's your foot ones right there. Super handy. Stuff like that is real helpful during the exam. Let's try trying to write some other things that might be helpful. Don't forget, don't look for the, oh yeah, on the medial thing, the lateral thing that we did on those last codes about the 298s. What did I write up there today that I thought was helpful? Right here, warning, do not pick answers based off partial. Any of the words partial. With those menectomies, remember we did earlier tonight? Partial menectomy, don't pick the word partial. Look for keywords, words like compartment, stuff like that. Super helpful. So yeah, hang in there. You can write examples of some of the coding exercises that we do. Medial bucket handle tear that they repaired. And then they also repaired a degenerative tear on the other side. So there was 2 tears that you repaired. So you know you did 2 sides. You did the 80. Super cool on that. Look at Twinkle answering taxes and remote questions. Yeah, if you are going to take your medical coding certification exam from out of the country, Dubai, Indonesia, any of those places like that, you cannot write in your CPT books, which is crazy. But they've had a lot of trouble with people knowing the exact answers of the exam that they're going to take before they get it, because y'all are some great hackers, apparently. So people were just writing, okay, all 100 questions in their CPT books, and writing each answer was A, B, C, whatever it was. They already knew the answers, so they just wrote them in their books. So now anybody from another country that's going to be taking it in another country has to have a plain book. And in fact, they provide the books during your exam in a secure location that you have to take it. You can't take them remotely from home anymore, apparently. I hope we don't get into trouble like that here in the United States. For right now, we're okay, but they have eliminated the ability to allow us to use dry erase marker boards in our rooms while we're taking our exams remotely here in the United States, because people were cheating doing that somehow. And also, they were writing definitions of things on their pets' clothes or bellies. So apparently we can't have pets in our room while we're taking our exams anymore in the United States. But that's funny. You can write whatever you want in your book in the United States, and I don't know why people aren't writing whatever they wrote on their pet they could write in their book. I don't understand that concept at all. But yeah, we got to play by the rules. I just finished my medical coding and billing certification with Purdue. Goodness, I hope you didn't go into debt for that. Can you go over E&M a little bit? I can absolutely do some E&M. E&M is going to be a lot easier for 2023. The main thing is they want to know, can you use the book? So be sure and know, I'm going to it. There is a page on page 8 and 9 of the 2023 CPT book, or in the 2022 book, it's page 17 and 18. You really need to know a lot about that chart, the differences between the low, moderate, severe exasperation versus plain exasperation. You really need to know those differences, the differences between your new and established patients, your initial hospitalization and subsequent hospital visits. Be sure you know the differences or some key terms like continue monitoring or requires monitoring or were admitted last night or admitted 2 days ago. All that stuff is super helpful. Know that you can't have an admission into a nursing home and an admission into the hospital in the same day. They deleted so many sections like the domicile and home health visits and things like that. They're all under something else. We're going to have some new prolonged visits for E&M, some new codes. Nothing's changed for the preventative wellness exams, which are great. It's just done by age. Note that if you're doing telehealth and the MD sees you on the visit, it's an E&M code. If a nurse, an RN, a social worker, your physical therapist does a telehealth medicine, your code's in the back of the book. It's in the medicine section. That's super helpful to know during the exam. I'll do some more E&M on Wednesday night. I'll prep some of those questions for Wednesday night's live, and we'll handle some more E&M then. It depends. Keep searching where to get your 2023 CPT book. I found mine on eBay for $51 free shipping. I also bought one from AAPC for like $200, but I got an extra one on eBay, brand new, and it's the same thing with the same stickers on it and everything with the companion book for $51 with free shipping. Be sure and check Amazon, be sure and check eBay, be sure and check tons of places before you hit that buy button. Keep looking. But I hope this was helpful, guys. If you need anything, be sure and join our Discord group. Y'all can ask questions 24/7, days a week in there. All you got to do is download that Discord app. It looks like Mickey Mouse's britches to me, but apparently it's a gamer control thing. But download the app. It's free in the Play Store. And then all you got to do is come to my website, go to the social media tab, and click Join Now. And there's always somebody in here. There is a room called Discord Tips right there. If you're brand new to Discord, go into this room and scroll backwards. The very first video right there, posted by Betty, will show you how to work Discord for anybody that's new, doesn't know how to get from room to room and wondering where things are at. It's super helpful. Look at those winners. Those are the winners from last Friday. Thank you, Go-Kart. Y'all are awesome. Oh man, we're getting close to 20,000 likes. That's awesome. And I got 40 shares. I think that's a new record. I don't think I've ever gotten 40 shares of the live during a stream. So that's handy dandy. I will be back on Wednesday night at 6:30 Arizona time zone, and I have tutoring tomorrow morning with MK, whatever time you want to get started. I'll be around. Just message me. I'll send you the link to tonight because I don't know if you still have it. And that's it. Oh, I got to start going back to the gym on January 2nd, guys. So, my son is killing me. He's wanting to go back to the gym. So, I'm just looking at that on my little calendar going, no, I don't want to go again. Oh, gosh. Lester, say good night, Lester. Good night. I'll see you guys on Wednesday. Thank you, Lady Love. Thank you, Anointed. You are so sweet. Thank you so much. Thank you, Evie. I'm out of Arizona. Winter, winter turkey dinner. I still got turkey I need to go eat. Hey, Red. See you Wednesday, Lo. See you then. All right, guys. Thank you so much. Good night, Crystal.